Hello everyone, hi, Oliver Gardiner here again at
Hi there.
BIOFACH in Southeast Asia. We're in Bangkok in Thailand and I am with Sam.
Yeah, hi. How you do?
Sam aka 100 takes apparently. But we'll try and do this interview in one take. So Sam is the president?
I am the chairman of the Thai Organic Trade Association.
Aka Tota.
Yeah, yes, so in short.
There you go. And we're going to discuss with Sam about farming in Thailand. But before we get into that, I would just like to encourage you to, if you haven't done it already, to sign up to our newsletter at organicconsumers.org to get all the information about food safety and consumer protection in regards to food and farming. And also you can sign up to our newsletter at regenerationinternational.org to get all the latest news about regenerative agriculture and how it is scaling up around the world to address climate change. So we're here at BIOFACH, which is a big trade show. BIOFACH happens all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
The main one happens in Germany, and there's one in the US, in China, in Japan, in India. And wherever these events occur, it just goes to show how the organic sector is expanding around the world, and therefore how consumer awareness is also expanding.
Yeah, right.
And this is the first time that it's happening here in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Southeast Asia, which counts for the ASEAN countries.
The 10 countries in this community.
Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar, Indonesia, Brunei, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines. And so organics are expanding in this part of the world, and consumer awareness is sprouting. Let's say sprouting. It isn't into full growth. It hasn't given its fruits yet, but it's sprouting enough for there to be an industry that's developing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right now we start from the a small seed in the very beginning. Unlike in the US or in Europe, where the organic has already been well known by everybody. You don't have to explain much about what is the meaning of organic in those countries. But in Thailand and the Southeast Asia, we have to educate our consumer more what is organic and how good it is for your health.
Consumer protection. Are people aware of this? In Thailand, for instance, are consumers becoming aware of the dangers linked to toxic agrochemicals in their food?
Yeah, not just only the consumer, but also the farmer themselves. Let me call this as the not just only mango, but the every orchards. Rambutan, durian, mangosteen, mango. The owner of the orchard will not spray the dangerous chemical by themselves, but they will hire the poor people who cannot afford to get the decent income, and they cannot refuse to take this job and spraying instead of the owner of the orchards themselves. These people, even they cover themselves with the protection, with their hat, with the mask, and with the mask and everything, but still they still get some contamination from the hazardous substance. And most of these people, at the end of their life, which is not so long, it is not so nice, because with the how they cannot breathe properly, they cannot digest properly. So every organ is shutting down because of the contamination of those dangerous substance while they are working for their orchard farmer. Well, this is the instance that even the one who apply the chemical themselves, they try to get away and let some people do that dirty job for them, not to mention about how the contamination is conveyed to the consumer. Every chemical has a very certain period of the degradation. So if you spray today and you leave it long enough, like maybe 10-15 days, and before you harvest and deliver to the consumer, it is safe enough for the consumer. But sometimes they just play safe or to get a longer shelf life for the product after harvest. They spray today and tomorrow they pick it up and get delivery to the consumer straight away. So you can imagine within a short time, these hazardous substance can be conveyed to the consumer directly. And by the way, the consumer normally they are looking for the good looking harvest, good bright and shiny mango or some other fruits. They pick up this harvest from the supermarket and they go back home and feed their children and their parents with this mango or ocean or the fruits.
And these are fruits and vegetables that are shipped all around the world.
Yes, correctly. Most of the time it is detected at the end, at the destination port, like in UK or in Europe. Some of these harvests has to be banned and it is not allowed to get into those countries. But if your chemicals is used, even it is used, but it is used wisely, properly, with the proper lead time after it is last spray on the harvest before it is consumed, then it is safe enough. But apparently, some don't do it that way.
Yes. Yeah. Safe enough over a certain period of time.
Yep. Right.
In other parts of Southeast Asia, we're seeing so much environmental destruction, so much deforestation happening, notably with what's going on with palm oil production. Mm-hmm. These areas that are being slashed and then replanted with crops such as
commercial crops.
Yeah, commercial crops that, well, inevitably will destroy the land, and that's land that nothing can grow on it after.
Palm might not be as bad as cornfield. I'm telling you, palm is considered as a perennial tree. Once you grow it, you demolish down the forest and you replant it with palm trees. It will last there for maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. But what I'm talking about corn is it is the cycle crop that you grow within a few months and then you can harvest it. Practically, if you get a very good system, you can have maybe 3, 4 crops of corn every year. Why corn is so dangerous? You have to get the very clear open field without any big trees at all, because corn needs some sunlight, a lot of sunlight, the full exposure to the sky. So what they do, they burn down the forest to clear the land, and then grow the corn on that piece of land. You know that without the proper crop rotation, anything that you grow this time, it will come out with a profitable harvest within maybe 2, 3, or 4 times only. And after that, you have to move to another place again. So it is like a gypsy. So you growing here, you burn down the forest here, you grow corn for 3, 4 crops, and then you move to another area, burn it again. And what will happen with the abandoned land after you left? It's just only the empty area, a desert. Yeah. So corn is more dangerous than palm. And there could be some other way to grow the cornfield in such a sustainable methodology, which is I'm not the expert in this field, so I cannot say that. But there is a protocol so that we can go and get the sustainable cornfield.
The royal family has a project here called the King's Project on agriculture.
Our king, our past king, Rama the Ninth, his name was Bhumibol, and he is the king that spent his 70 years during his throne to help his people, mostly the farmer and the agricultural people, to have a better life.
And notably, he's addressed areas in the north of Thailand where there have been huge issues, especially with communities that were farming opium.
Yeah.
He's addressed areas where he's converted whole swaths of land that were growing opium into rich, fertile soils that are now food producing.
Yes, right. The project is called Doi Kam, which in our language it will lead to the meaning of the Golden Mountain. Into the old days, those area, the tribal people on the high ground, they grow mostly opium and some other marijuana or anything else, and it is against the law because it doesn't provide anything much about the healthy people.
And it also fuels crime and corruption.
Yes, correct. So he spent his time going out in the upcountry, talking to these people, and he found out that there is a way to wipe out the opium mountains by putting there some vegetable field or maybe a corn field or some other profitable crop. Well, at the beginning, it really worked well, but after a period of time, we found out that before those harvests is delivered to the consumer in the big city, it will take quite a long time, several days, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So by the time that the fresh harvest is arriving the consumer, the product is not as fresh as it should be. So he decided to put his own money to set up the processing facility up in the mountain, so that the people can deliver the harvest into that facility to process into the processed food and get the longer shelf life and without wasting any harvest at all. The term king and farmer in Thai are pronounced very similar. The king in Thai we call Grasat, and the farmer we call Grasetakon. That is the term that we would like to define him.
And that's exactly how we should be treating farmers, as queens and as kings, because they are the pillars of society. Each and every one of us relies on a farmer every day. Every day, our days are sponsored by farmers. We eat food, we wear clothes. So thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yes.
Hope you have a good time here too.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for watching and thank you for following us. We'll come back to you very soon, and as always you can sign up to our newsletter at organicconsumers.org, and by doing this you're supporting us. You're supporting investigative journalism into consumer protection, into seeing where the faulty areas are in our food production system. Very important. And we make this available for all people around the world with no distinction whatsoever. And you can also sign up to our newsletter at regenerationinternational.org to get all the latest news about how regenerative agriculture is scaling up around the world to address climate change. Thank you very much. Signing out. Peace.